Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Chinet, the agentic commerce podcast where we learn how brands are building in an AI world. Our today's guest was an algo trader for almost 16 years. Then a tragedy happened with his pet, and he quit finance and instead built a pet care startup, which did not work out. So he did not quit, but he started again, this time with dog shampoo. Our guest today's journey is one of the most honest ones I've heard. He set out on a mission and he hasn't quit and made sure that he's achieving it every day. In this episode, we'll be talking about what really happened in our guest's previous company, how he's building the brand right now and competing against other big brands with more than 50 million funding. So let's invite Manish to the stage. Manish,
Hi
hello.
Rachit.
Hello,
Hi,
a
good
very warm
afternoon.
welcome
How are
to
you?
Janet. I am doing fine.
Thank you
How are
for
you
having me.
today?
I'm also good, really good.
Oh, wonderful. Manish, if you could give a small introduction of you and of MoePuppy before we start.
Myself, Manish Paul, I'm the founder and CEO of MoePuppy. And as Rachit mentioned, I come from a hardcore equities background. I have more than 16 years of experience in equities where I have worked with I've done trading myself, algo trading, manual trading, and options, futures. I have managed portfolios. I have managed team of more than 100 people, and I've done two, three startups before starting Moy. And definitely, I'm a pet parent for the last 25 years and a certified pet trainer also.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's solid. So let's start with your journey as equities guy, right? You were trading and you were in finance for almost 16 years. That's a long
Yeah.
time, right? And after a certain point in the industry, you also reach to a position where life is good. You're getting a decent salary. You're drawing a decent salary, and people start settling down. But at that point, you walked away. What was going inside you during those final years, like when you walked away for your own startup?
First, when I was in my school and my college days, I mean, there is only one, thing which I always kept in my mind that I want to work in stock market. I was very much clear about that. This is something which I have to do. And after my graduation, I started working for a broking firm, and there I was like learning how to trade, and then kept on learning for many years. And then after a certain point, I started working for my own, where I managed portfolios. I did my trading for myself. I started managing my own portfolio, and the best part was God was very kind on me, and I was able to do really good for myself for many many years. But there was one thing which was always missing, that money was coming in, but I always wanted to build something which is not just for me. I wanted to build something which is known, which is used by people not just in India. It has to be
Right,
recognized globally. So recognition is something which I was not getting there. Money, yes, definitely. I was very much satisfied with the kind of money I was making,
right.
but recognition is something which I think adding value to other people's life is also very important. And my love for animals was always there, throughout.
Hmm.
Like, I was raised in a family who always had pets, so that love was there. And I tried two three startups, I did a cafe here and there, a lot of things. But luckily, right now enjoying my work. And yes, I do investments also. I do manage my portfolio, but hardcore trading I left long back.
Correct, correct. Yeah, of course. Once a finance guy, always a finance guy, right? Be it
Yes.
in your own startup or for your just for your own food portfolio. With before MoPuppy, of course, you did a couple of other startups. And correct me if I'm wrong. You were actually were in a job when that tragedy with Juno happened. I think
Yeah,
when
that's
you
right.
could not find a vet in time. Um, would you would you tell us what happened, and then how did that motivate you to start your previous company?
So, from 2013 to 2016, I ran a cafe
Hmm.
also with one of my friend,
Oh,
which
lovely. Right.
which was a healthy food cafe. But I
Was
think
it
that
like a
was
pet
not.
friendly
No,
cafe thing? Okay.
not that friendly. That it was in
Right.
a, IT park, and fairly doing well. But I think that was not my cup of tea. I realized after
Hmm.
some time that this is not something I am meant to do in my life.
Hmm.
And then I started. I was working also. I started working on a small project which didn't took off, which was into fitness and all. And
Right.
in 2018, I lost my pet, and he was a French Mastiff. That time I had two pets at my home. So he was
Right.
a big French Mastiff, 3.5 years old dog, and he was fine, absolutely fine. And you know his stomach got bloated, and within 2 hours I lost him. I
Oh God.
called vet myself, he's having something seem unnatural, or something happening to his stomach. He said maybe acidity or something. So he recommended some medicine. I was on my way to my office, and I asked my wife to get the medicine immediately. You won't believe it. I didn't even reach my office. My wife called me. Juno passed away.
Oh God.
I
Hmm.
can't tell you how disheartening it was, because
Of
your dog
course.
was fine. He was not suffering from any disease or anything. And within 2 hours, you lost your dog. So, I mean, like, that was disheartening. And I was unaware about the problem he had, like the
Hmm.
bloating in if something if any dog has a bloating problem, you have to immediately rush to the hospital. Surgery is the only option, and in that also 50% of the chances are there that your pet will survive. But I
Oh
was
God.
totally unaware about the
Hmm.
problem, and then I thought, yeah, this is something we should be working upon, informing pet parents about various
Hmm.
kind of diseases, problems, causes, remedies.
Right.
At least some information shall be there for pet parents like me. And
Hmm.
I'm
Correct.
living in a tier 1 city. Just imagine people living in tier 2, tier 3, where
They
the
were
veterinary
they
facility is also not available as per the standards. And so that's
right.
how the whole journey of building some
Hmm.
community and then later into businesses started.
Hmm. Very interesting. And Monku Dog was that was the name of the previous company, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was
So
it started with the community. Like what was that?
yeah, when I mean, I discussed this with Himani, that Himani, let's do something here.
Hmm.
I lost my dog. It's already been an year, and we
Hmm.
should do something. We should start building a community where we will tell pet parents about pet parenting and a lot of other
Correct.
things. So that's how we started building content around it. Me and Himani, we just two people. We started building content, and slowly, not slowly, slowly, I would say, there
Hmm.
were many, ups and downs, but
Right.
we kept on doing it. Sometimes the speed was fast, sometimes very slow, but we
Right.
never stopped. We always worked upon building something.
Mm, yeah, that's one of the I think common trait I've seen in any successful entrepreneur, that persistence is, it takes time, but you need to be persistent, right? You cannot you need to keep at it, and you need to keep going.
There will be hundreds of times when you will
Yes,
feel it why you are doing it. But
right.
still, next day you have to wake up and come to work.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's harder when it's your own business, right? Because if you're in a job, then you have a boss telling you that okay, you're late for work, please come. But yeah, if you're doing your own thing, then it's even harder.
See, the only thing matters is that you should get happiness in what you are doing. So I think that kind
True.
of happiness, ups and downs will
Yes.
always there in job also, in businesses also.
Right.
But you should feel that, I'm going to work and I love my work.
Hmm. Right. Correct. Fair, yeah, that's fair enough. And you, Manish, as you said, you've worked, you started a cafe, you've built, you started another business in between, and then finally Monku Dog, and now MoePuppy. Um, Overall, a lot of founders fail once, and they're like, "This is not our cup of tea." Uh, what has kept you going? Pivoting and then trying to find what you love and what the customers love. What do you think that is that one trait that has kept you going?
I think I never wanted to give up. I have to taste success because that thing has to be inside you. I mean, it doesn't matter how old are you. It doesn't
Right,
matter you are 20, 40, or maybe 60-year old.
right.
If you have that in you, you have to build something big. I mean, you will get up any number of times. And
Mm,
that's what I always had, that vision, even if it take 20 years to me, but I will keep on trying it.
mm,
And luckily I had that family support also. My family, my parents, my brother, they always supported me. They never doubted on me that this is not achievable. Yes, I failed. I failed. I then took break, you know then again gathered that energy to restart. So I think that that's the journey if you want to be successful. And I
right.
am a long believer in destiny.
Mm,
So when
right.
something is destined for you, you will achieve that time only. So I
Mm.
kept on trying, I kept on trying, and still we are trying to build something big.
Of
And I'm
course.
sure this time we will be able to do that. And that's how it is. I think I never self-doubted myself that I cannot do it. I learned a lot. Even today I learn a lot from my experiences.
Right.
I So much I have learned from my cafe business, so much I have learned from my tech startup, so much I have learned from Onkudog, and now just realizing my mistakes in my previous startups, I try not to repeat again. Obviously, next
Mm.
time you will do another mistake, but at least try not
Not
to
the
do the
same one, at
mistake.
least. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And what do you think has been like the biggest, or like top three mistakes which you might have made, and you feel that other founders also make, especially the ones who are starting for the first time?
I think the topmost mistake which I have done, I think not just once, at least twice or thrice, I would say, is going for the perfection.
Mm.
Like, this product has to be the best. This app has to be the best. This website has to be the best. This cafe has to be the best. There is nothing best in this world. I mean,
Right.
if you ask me today, my top priority is speed. You to have to
Mm.
get your product out into the market. People will tell you what is best for them. You cannot tell what is best for a customer.
Right.
Customer will tell you this is the right fit for them, and this is something which you need to change. So I
Mm.
think that's what we applied in MoePuppy when we launched Moe. We only launched
Right.
with two products. So when
It
we
was, I think, the
launched,
dog shampoo and one more thing, right?
no, we launched just two shampoos: keratin shampoo, extra nourish shampoo.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
We kept it so lean. Two shampoos. We tried to make the best product, and 8 9 months we just kept on gathering data.
Mm.
What price point people are liking? What are their reviews? What kind of products
Mm.
they want in future? So we just kept it very low profile initial 8 10 months and just started gathering more and more data over it. So that's my first suggestion: launch fast, launch with minimum products, and let customer tell you, what they like, what they don't like. And
Fair,
then
yeah.
another mistake I would say is that I learned from my previous startup that spending less on marketing.
Okay.
So
You mean
which
like
we didn't.
you should spend less on marketing, or you spent less on
You
like?
should spend initially, you should spend
Hmm.
more on marketing. You should have a
Hmm.
dedicated budget. So when I was building my cafe, or let's say my app, so what happened that time is that for building the cafe, for building the, I would say, the packaging and all, we spend it so much, but when it
Hmm.
came to launch time, we didn't had that kind of money in hand to push in the marketing. So
Right.
I would say if you're starting any kind of business which is directly related to customers, be it a coffee shop, restaurant, or any kind of product, shoes, t-shirts. So you should have at least 30 to 35% of budget before marketing. Like before starting your business, for the marketing you should keep. And then you should have a decent runway also, at least 12 to 18 months runway, considering that your business won't be profitable in next 18 months. So
Hmm.
this is something which I learned from my past, and I was able to do it better way in MoePuppy. So these are the most two common mistakes, I have seen people do even today also, that underestimate the power of marketing which they
Right.
need to spend. Along with that, they forget that speed is the key. So speed is something, I did like missed that mistake at least two times, I can say.
Fair, yeah. So having a good marketing budget and having speed of execution, and also
Yes,
right, like none done is better than none, basically, right? Like
yes,
at least
yes.
you can
That's the right way
right,
to put it around.
right. Otherwise, you keep thinking that okay, this is uh, this
You
is
know,
how it needs to be,
people
and
keep on
right,
thinking I'm doing my job. I will start with my job. I will start it. It doesn't happen like that.
right.
If you want to do business, leave your job today and get into business tomorrow. That is the
Correct.
right way to do it. मैं जॉब के साथ करूंगा, मैं जॉब के साथ कर सकता हूँ, कुछ महीने करूंगा, ऐसा होता नहीं
नहीं
है.
हो पाता। वेरी ट्रू। हाँ, मतलब टाइम कम मिलता है आपको। देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स यू नो which you need to do that you only get to know when you start, right? It's not just product or marketing, right? There's like at least a million other things which come on day to day, which you cannot do
Yes.
side by side for sure. तो जो मोंकू डॉग था, आपने you actually you'd put in almost 40 lakhs of your own revenue, you said somewhere, and then you grew it to almost 1.5 crore business. um, you even made it to the final auditions of Shark Tank. You'd written, and then you
Yeah,
had
that's
to
right.
shut it down, right? What happened there? Like, from the outside, if there's a business doing 1.5 crore revenue, it seems that everything's working. What was not working?
So we launched Monko Dog services primarily into training, grooming, walking, and veterinary. So
Right.
again, biggest mistake. We focused on four services. Right.
Okay.
I don't
Not
feel
just one.
shame to tell. Yeah, I don't feel shame to tell all those mistakes. So we started with four services, again,
Hmm.
focusing on to provide the best, one platform, all services, that kind of mentality. So we started with four services in
Right.
2022. I think maybe June, July, we launched it. And then after operating for 3, 4 months, then we realized that we should be focusing on only two services. So we focused
Hmm.
on training and grooming.
Got it.
But being a marketplace, our dependency on
Third
the
party.
service providers, third parties vendors were too much. And again, operation heavy. Although we launched in Delhi NCR itself, we were getting good business also, lot of training business, lot of grooming business. But considering we were bootstrap, we were not that high tech, training processes were not there. So I think 23 January we pivoted that we should hire our in-house veterinary and vets and paravets and start veterinary services. So, and we were getting that
Got
kind
it.
of queries also. So based on that, we hired, and then we in January 23 we started on with the veterinary services at home. So we were the first company to do that in Delhi NCR, and till the date we closed, we were leader in that.
Wow.
But the question is, if you are the leader, why you closed it,
Exactly.
right? So in 23 itself, considering we had like massive reach on YouTube also, and we had connect to the pet parents also, because we were providing professional services at their home.
Right.
And so we were getting a lot of queries about the skin problems. I mean, 30-40% of the pet parents, they have skin problems. And along with
Mm-hmm.
that, if you see on our YouTube channel also, so the biggest reach or biggest queries they come in the comments section also. It's all about the kind of shampoo they want to use. They have this
Interesting.
antifungal problem, anti-age, rashes. So whereas it's something a big. Along with that, I also had my personal experience. My dog Tiger, who was by birth he was allergic dog.
Hmm.
So, and for him I had to get like those products which are very expensive, majorly offered by international brands, because in
Right.
India the quality standards was not that good. So I was using those products, and we realized it's a big opportunity in India. When you see quality products, imported products are coming, good products are not being offered by the local brands. So
Yes.
that's how we slowly introduced to shampoos, and
Hmm.
initially it was easy for us to, because we had Mongodog services, so it was
Right.
easy for us to get them tested, also get customer feedback. So we kept on doing that, and meanwhile we realized that we were scaling on the business of Mongodog, but it was very operation heavy. So if we have to scale
Hmm.
it to pan India, we need lot of money, lot and lot of money
Right.
for that. So that's where we thought, and Moe started becoming up really well. So
Hmm.
we were at the juncture where we had to decide which passion to follow now, and which can make a good business in future. See, end of the day,
Very
I have
interesting.
put a lot of money. 40 lakhs is not
Of
that
course.
amount. It's a much bigger now. So so
Yeah. 40
I
lakhs would have been when you
I'm
started. Now, probably
yeah,
it
yeah,
must have been much more. Yeah.
yeah. So my obviously my love towards animal is there. I want to build a brand, I want to build a global brand, and we have the right team also for it. But end of
Right.
the day, everybody will only be successful once the company makes money. So for the sake of that, considering all the pros and cons of both the businesses, we decided that we will scale down. And we, Gaurav, me, Himani, we sat down, we discussed about the pros and cons, and then we
Hmm.
started slowly scaling down Monko Dog and focusing completely on MoePuppy.
One more
And I
puppy.
think it was one of the best decisions we can do, and we are really happy we took that decision that time.
Amazing. Right. So you switched from a service, veterinary service sort of a business to more on the product side that okay, we'll give the
Product side.
because a lot of queries. That's so interesting. It's almost like as you said, you believed in destiny. That's almost like destiny calling for you, right? While you were doing services, you found a lot of pet parents had skin allergies, and because you had that mindset, you were like, "Chal, there's no shampoo which is available. There's only imported things. So let's move on to onto that."
Yeah, so I'm a believer of a very strong believer of Plan B,
Hmm.
and I think
Right.
all because of my financial instincts.
Hmm.
Being a finance guy, I always
Right.
believe that you always need to have a Plan B. When we were starting
Hmm.
the Moe Puppy products,
Right.
so I got resistance from Himani that time. Why we are doing it? That
Hmm.
we should focus on Monkuro. I
Right.
said no, please, please. It
Hmm.
has a market. Let me do it. If
Right.
something goes wrong, we must have something to keep on moving.
Keep on. Right.
So I think that plan B has worked for us, and
Hmm.
but now we don't
Correct.
have any plan B. We are happy what we are doing, and
Yeah.
we are growing.
Right, right, of course. And you also claim that whatever products you make for pets, you can use it on your hair too. So have you ever tried that?
Oh, definitely. You can find myself in Instagram, even on
Right.
YouTube, that I'm using uh, Moi Puppy shampoo on my hairs. And you won't believe it, I haven't done it for the first time. I now
Hmm.
completely switched to Moi Puppy shampoos for myself,
Oh
because they
wow.
are much milder than any human shampoo.
Right, right.
So, considering my
Amazing.
age, I have to use milder shampoos so that
Of
my
course.
hair lasts for at least for a few more years.
Right, right, right. Fair enough. I should. I My hair has also been
I will send
really,
it to you,
really
Rachit.
going.
Don't
Yes,
worry. I will send
please.
you free of cost.
Definitely, I think I need that.
I think we are in the
Um,
same boat.
Yeah, 100%. My hairline has been receding as I have a 1 year old girl now. So I think with every week she gets older, my hairline recedes a bit. So yeah, but holding yourself to that standard, right? That okay, I can use this product on me. Does that and in general the company, does that change the way you think about the product, build the product?
See, when we started Moe, and even whichever company we might be doing in future
Right.
also, there is one thing which my team is very particular about, that it should beat any international standards.
Fair.
There are s- very less companies from India who are selling their products globally,
Right.
or they are recognized for their quality. Even
Hmm.
they are selling, but not recognized because of the quality, but for the pricing.
Hmm. Correct.
We focused on quality, that we
Hmm.
will never compromise on that. You rather
Right.
don't do it, yeah. If you can't use your shampoo on your pet, how can you sell it to your customer?
Hmm.
So that was our aim, that our product has to be that safe that it not even approved by any kind of international standards. They
Hmm.
are human use, and you can use on all kind of pets, all kind of breeds. So
Correct.
we have made sure of the quality is the top notch priority. I mean, I will tell you, even when we select the bottles, we made sure we source that bottle from a Japanese company who has a plant in India,
Hmm.
right? The kind of ingredients what we are using, all natural. There are even the ingredients which we have used are, you know, of the quality of the best company possible available in India. So we
Right.
have made sure that that standards need to be followed, and we
Correct.
spend so much time on the research and development of our products. Like at least one product, we do so many iterations, so many trials. We send it to NGOs, we send it to groomers, and so many pet parents. Once they okay the product, then we put that product into production.
Right. And yeah, make sure that everything what you stand for is there in the product, and only then move it to back. But correct me if I'm
Yes.
wrong, Manish. You guys have not raised any external funding yet, right?
I mean, recently we have in the process of closing a round.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing.
So we recently raised 2 crores,
Oh,
and
lovely. Congratulations for that.
yeah, thank you. We are about to close that round. It's already into the process, and
Right.
I cannot name the investors as of
Of
now,
course. Of
but
course.
it's about to close,
Oh,
maybe in a
superb.
week or
Superb.
so. So
Amazing.
yeah, it will be on the record. It will be on the platforms within a week or 10 days.
In a few days. Oh, super, super. That's lovely. And that congratulations for the first round. But
Thank you.
you're still competing against huge giants, right? Like even with a
Yes.
2 crore funding, you're still it's still like a very small company versus such big capital, and such so much goes into maybe so much not into product development but still into marketing for this industry, and the industry itself is growing, and there are more and more brands coming in, like Super Tails, Heads Up for Tails, all of these brands. So what is your game plan?
So, even if you ask Heads of Tails, or if you ask Super Tails,
Right.
I mean, personally also, I really admire these two brands, and they have
Hmm.
done wonderfully well when you talk about the branding.
Right.
And maybe we have taken few, inspirations also from these bigger brands, but these brands also started small. When
Hmm.
you talk about Heads of Hotel, they started in 2007. They had their first shop in Gurgaon itself. We are
Hmm.
also based out of Gurgaon. And they raised their first round of $1 million in, I think, 2014 or 16.
Right.
So people forget that journey.
Hmm.
Nobody knew about Heads of Hotels even till 2018-19,
Right.
right? 11 years already they were into journey with maybe, two or three outlets.
Correct.
So it's always, and the same process we also have to go through when super tails. Obviously, when you talk about super tails, their journey was fast, the scale was fast, because they are a marketplace, they are a different work on a
Of
different
course.
model. And again, they also raised, like in their initial, there is around 4.5 crore, which was a debt fund they raised initially. So I think these companies raising money, we shouldn't be scared, but it proves that the market gonna be so big that the investors are
Hmm.
putting money.
Correct.
Reliance now coming. What do you think?
Yes.
Reliance comes into the market for next 5 years.
Hmm.
They come into the market for next 2 3 decades.
Of course.
Godrej coming into the market. These are like
Yes.
100-year-old companies, and
Right.
now they just putting a seed into the industry.
Hmm. And that's
So
because
they
they're
are.
looking at the data, they see that the industry is growing.
It will grow massive. I will
Hmm.
share one data with you. In 2003, China's market pet industry was around 1.5 billion dollars,
Right.
and India is now 1.5 billion dollars.
Whoa. 2003.
Yes,
Okay. And what is the
and
Chinese pet industry
industry
now?
now 65 billion
Oh,
dollars.
wow. That's crazy.
In last 22 years,
It's grown
65 billion
65 billion.
dollars.
Wow. Right.
Just
But,
imagine the kind of growth has come,
hmm.
in China. US, if we talk about, it will be much bigger. I mean, they are the
Of
biggest in the
course.
world.
Yes.
So India, we are at a starting point. There are so many brands want to do so many things like us
Right.
also, and there will be much bigger brands also coming. Maybe
Opportunities.
Reliance, maybe Tata might come in future.
For sure.
There are Adani might come in future. So it proves that market is there, which is a good sign. The problems comes when nobody want to enter. Like for example, if we
Right.
talk about edtech, there are very less
Yes.
investors, very
Of
less
course.
founders who want to work on edtech right now,
Of
right?
course.
So
There
it's
is.
a problem.
Hmm.
It's a problem to statement is not that clear key that we will be able to do much better in
Much
edtech.
better, yeah.
Here,
EdTech, I
bigger
think in
brands
general,
come.
it is learning through through videos and learning through that. I think for a certain age group, it's fine. Like for professionals, it's still okay, but for children, I think it's not. It's not worked,
It
right?
is not. I'm also a father for almost 10, 11 years, and I
Right.
think it is not. I mean, for certain things you can do here and there, but it cannot be completely replaceable by the personal touch of a mentor
Exactly.
who
You
can give.
need you need physical education, and you're also a father, and you're also a pet parent. These days, I have a lot of friends who've now who say that we don't want children. Instead, we'll just be a pet parent. You're of course in that industry, and but what are your thoughts? Like what are your thoughts of people who do not want children and are only want to be pet parents?
See, yes, I also hear a lot. I also know few people who didn't had any children
Right.
intentionally. Rather, they
Right.
adopted 2 3 pets.
Right.
So it's good. It's good for the industry. But if you ask me my personal thoughts, that being a parent is the best blessing you can have.
Hmm.
Having a human child of your own is the best blessing you can have.
Hmm.
That's my personal experience.
Right.
But yes, there are so many people right now who don't want to have those kind of responsibilities. Maybe they want to enjoy their life more, and I am of that thought. I might be an old school thought I have, but
Right.
having children is the obviously have pets also.
Right.
I always had like 2 pets at my home, like for
Right.
last 15 years or so. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't have my children, right?
Fair. Fair.
So having pets
Yes.
is good. You can have as many as possible, and you see, a human child cannot replace pets. Pets cannot replace human child. As simple it
True.
is.
Very true. They're two different. I think in your heart you have two different
Yes.
hearts. If we want to go philosophical, for like human children and pets, they're very.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fair, I think. Yeah, that's I that's solid thinking, and coming from someone in the industry, it's even more important.
I think
um,
have both. Have
yeah,
both.
have
I would
both.
always
Yeah,
say.
for sure. And with how has your co-founder journey been like you've worked with Himani for like really long. I've been working with my co-founder for almost 10 years now, either sometimes in a part-time capacity, sometimes in a full-time capacity. um, what do you think is the most important thing co-founders should have to be able to work together?
I think the best thing is you can fight. It is okay that you don't talk to each other for few days, few weeks.
Hmm.
It is absolutely okay. But the one thing which you shouldn't forget, your work shall be keep on going on. Like
Hmm.
your work shouldn't be suffering at even a single percent. I might fight with my co-founder, but what my responsibilities are, that have to be delivered.
Hmm.
Because in our startup, we are three co-founders, and then we divided up work among ourselves. So whenever we had some, rough evenings or rough days, I would say we never let that hamper our work.
Hmm.
That's the best way to do or run any startup. The work shouldn't be stopped because
Right.
your personal differences on certain things cannot hamper the scale or the speed of your business. So if you
Correct.
know, if all the co-founders are aligned on this, I think having a tiff and rough days are pretty okay. It happens to each and every startup, and that happens in each and every home also. Like you have fights with
Of
your
course.
wife, brothers,
Yes.
parents, so here and there, but you don't leave them, and you
True.
find a solution, and that's how it is. I think the same if you if because I'm a strong believer and I try to treat my at least because we are not that big team. So we try that we are very close to each other. Each and every person is very much approachable, and I treat them like my family, extended family. So that's my way of
Right.
working. Some people
Of
work
course.
professionally, like all
Hmm.
together keep the relations professional, but I rather try to keep a personal touch with all my team members.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of working. I also, we also work as a family. I've literally stayed for months. Me and my wife have literally stayed in my co-founder and his wife's apartment for like months, right? So it's all together. You said you're a small team, right? You're doing such a big, it's a very operation heavy work, right? E-com itself. Do you think like in the last 2 years, because of AI, things have changed for you? It has improved, and are there some tools or some tricks which you would want to recommend?
I think yes, definitely. AI has done amazingly well. It has streamlined so much. I mean, like within seconds, you can prepare investor decks,
Right.
and we lose because we are a D2C brand. We have to create a
Right.
lot of content. So AI has definitely worked for us.
Helpful.
Like
Right.
my team, I have seen because I'm not taking care of the content team. I personally use a lot of Chat GPT and Gemini for preparing decks, for preparing Excel reports. So much I use because let's say I will give you an example. Uh, I had to prepare one day that operationally how we can be more efficient, and what all checks we need to keep that our products are delivered on time. I just
Right.
asked Chat GPT, and within second I had all the parameters and all the checks. You just need to more brainstorm into it, and you can come up with the altogether solution.
Hmm.
So obviously it is not 100% proof, but you get at least 70-80% of what you want, and then you can put your brain into it, and then you can try to achieve perfection. When you talk about content, there are
Yes.
so many good tools. Nano Banana we use a lot. Gemini, Kling AI is also good for videos.
Very
That
interesting.
my team uses it, and then definitely Sora is there for, uh,
Correct.
you know. So for the video and graphics, we normally use Kling. Nano Banana, and Sora. These three.
Right. Right.
So we have taken the paid versions of that also, because
All
see,
of
it
those.
improves your efficiency. With less number of people, you can get more output, and
Right.
it that so much content is coming on Instagram, YouTube every day. So you have to be slightly step ahead, and we are also trying
Hmm.
to do that. And I'm sure this keep on, anybody
Improving.
who's, yeah, improving part of your daily life, any kind of job will be dependent upon AI,
Of
maybe in
course.
next 1 to 2 years.
100%. Yeah. And what about like on the retention customer sales side? Like you, there are so many chatbots these days which are coming up, and like, are you guys using some of those, or would you recommend some of those?
I think we tried once. I'm not able to recall the name right now
Right.
because tech is being taken care of by Nitesh. Yeah, we try to
Mm-hmm.
use them, but I think as of now we are not using. But yes, definitely we are using one or two AI tools where we derive a lot of data that from
Hmm.
where people are navigating to
Right. Correct.
other pages and all. And now even Shopify is also providing the AI tools, because
Right.
our
They
website
itself
is built on.
give a lot of tools
Huh.
these days.
Because every company is now, any kind of SaaS product is there, any kind of services anybody is offering. I think AI is I would say, a byproduct of that right now.
Correct. Right.
Everybody is trying to deliver something. So I think
Yes.
reporting gets so easy. You just in a click of a button. Let's say,
Right.
for example, I would ask AI of Shopify that I need the data of people who have ordered 2 times from me.
Hmm.
It will give within seconds.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. I think
So
yeah. That,
these
that
kind of
any sort of
things
research,
are,
any sort of if even on your own data, if you want to derive some interesting points, or get understand user behavior,
yes,
it helps a lot. Yes, 100%.
yeah.
uh, Great, Manish, thank you so much. I have one last question for you. um, for new founders who are getting in the business now, starting a D2C, let's say, sorry, my mic fell down and it muted. But yeah, so for new founders who want to start a D2C brand today, what will be your one advice?
I think the topmost focus shall be quality,
Hmm.
because you know now we Indians, we need to think that when our prime minister talks about we being the third largest economy, or we will be close to China in 2047-50, it will
Right.
only happen when we think that our product will be sold globally.
Hmm.
China doesn't build product for themselves only. They build product for global audience.
The world, yes.
We have to do a lot of innovation. Lot of innovation we have to do. We have to focus on. Just don't copy any product and launch it.
Hmm.
Do a lot of research. Obviously, speed is there. And I'm not asking anybody to launch 5 products. Launch even one product. But at least, the standard shall be international, that you know how you can become big. If you are catering to 1 billion people of India, or you're catering to
Right.
9 billion people of the world, obviously you have big market in front of you which you can cater to. You can be one of the biggest in the world. We have to think
Correct.
that way, that we can beat the international brands whenever, because now we Indians, we love using our brands made in India.
Of
People are
course.
just not crazy about
And it
like
has
made
just
in
started
US.
now, honestly.
It
Till
just
I think
started
a
now.
few years back,
Yeah.
imported was like the synonym of good, right? Now,
Hmm.
made in India products, like, you're like, okay, oh, this is made in India, let's use this.
Yes. So we also want to write that way, made in India.
Right.
But end of the day, if I'm made in India and I'm providing not that good quality, obviously Indian people will also not see.
Of
You
course.
can certainly ride away for certain period of time. If the quality is not good, you will
Hmm.
die down. And I can name so many brands in India who did cosmetics 3, 4, 5 years back during COVID time, raised like hundreds and crores of rupees, but died down now.
Hmm.
because they
Made
didn't
in
focus
India
on
cannot be an
quality.
excuse for subpar
Yes,
quality.
yes. Made in India can only help you once you are providing good quality
Correct.
and superior than any. Like, for example, I would tell you, whenever we launch any shampoo, the company which we keep benchmark for is the world's best.
Hmm.
Like, world's best, not India's
But
best. The
right.
benchmark is
Correct.
world's best, and then we start R&D on that we have to make better than this.
Hmm.
So automatically, when your standards are that high, you will end up, at least not better, at least you will be at par to the one of the best.
Correct. Yes.
So any D2C brand making shoes, t-shirts or anything, quality is something which we have to focus on.
Fair, fair. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Great, wonderful, Manish. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. I think we've got a lot of solid advice from you today, and loved your journey, loved your persistence, loved how how you've kept on building. Despite facing a lot of failures in life, and then still, you've pivoted, you've figured out what you like and what people like. What as a lot of, I would say, startup gurus say that, find that place where you think that your mission is being accomplished, but people want it and people are ready to pay for it. And I love the MoePuppy, MoePuppy branding, and of course the products are solid. So congratulations on that, and thank you so much for your time on the Chinet for our listeners. For all our listeners, that was Manish Paul. He's the CEO of MoePuppy. They're doing wonderful pet care products, so you guys can check them out. Their content is superb on YouTube and on Instagram. I think that's how we found them. And this was Chinet. I'm Rachit Magan, your host. Until next time, thank you, Manish.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.